Okay, we are ready. How's everyone doing this morning? I'm super excited to build on this lab today is what I'm excited for. Okay. I'm also excited to kill bone mass, but it's gonna take possibly just a minute. Hello, Yasmith. Hello, Nathan Ridge. It's about nighttime. We should probably sleep. We have a decent amount of coal, but we'll make some more. We're gonna need more. So the goal is gonna be to build on the slab until all of our iron is smelted, and then we will probably try and kill bone mass. Part of the idea of killing bone mass right now, though, is I do want to wait a little bit till people kind of filter in for the day. Also, this is gonna be today's gonna be weird. Today there's gonna be two streams. There's gonna be one that's about 3.5 to 4 hours long, and then after I'll be gone for like an hour, and then I'll come back and stream for the rest of the day. Maybe even later into the day than normal. So, just so you guys know, about noon my time. It's 8 a.m. right now. I have to leave, or I have to be somewhere at noon. So, apart from that, we're good. Good morning, tree hugger. I saw your pool build last night. That was your pool build, right? Hold on. Pretty sure that was your build, though, in the Discord. That was a pool, and it was so sick. Yeah. Hold on. Wow, a lot of people sent builds. Hold on. Yeah, it was your build. That is such a sick pool build. I feel like we could actually do something like that with this base. I'm not going to completely rip the idea from you, but I do really like it. So, welcome to stream. Hit the like button. I totally agree. Good day to have a federally mandated day off. Absolutely. Oh, the pool is from Reddit. Okay. Okay. I got you. Still a cool pick. That's still a sick build. Probably draw a little bit of inspiration for this. So, I mean, we need stone. I hate to say it, but we need more stone. That means we're gonna have to go so much further, but yeah, that's okay. We're gonna head over this way and see if there's any tiny survivor stones left. I don't want to go too far because I want to keep putting stuff back into where we're going, but X cover fire, small streamer. Nice. I've been seeing this one guy on more Instagram than anything, but I don't know if he actually builds a whole bunch of cool stuff, but I've seen this one dude where he just tours his dad's world, and his dad builds some of the most insane stuff. And the dude's probably my age, so his dad's probably 40s or 50s, which, again, Valheim has, you know, age demographic that goes a lot higher than most games, but it's, I don't know, it's such a cool thing to see. But the Instagram is always very similar. Like, I wish more people would see the builds. We got more rocks down here. I need to come this way more often. I honestly would have held this one off till you had access to the mountains. Held what off? I mean, we have access to the mountains whenever I'd like to make a portal near it, but yeah, wolves are going to be terrifying things, so we have to be very careful when we do this. I think we're going to make a no spawn path up the mountain clearing it one time and only one time until we find silver today. Oh, this is a lot of stone. That's fair. But think about this, right? We did the entire project of like doing the slab the last 2 days. Now if we do get to the mountains and we do get a bunch of silver, that extra stone will get turned into the walls in with pretty much no effort, which is very nice. Have you done bone mass? Not quite. We're getting ready for it. We're smelting stuff and making walls. You know, honestly, if I was going to build a tame tower, it's kind of already set up like a tame tower. I just realized that. If I wanted to build, like, the 45-degree angle thing that comes down, and we could do it the other way, so, like, back behind this little wall, so it's not, because I want it to be part of the farm, not part of the base. But that's already kind of set up like that. Tame tower next to the water and get some fishing in. That's fair. I don't get that yet. Okay. Stone. The walls go so much faster than the foundation does, though. That's what I'm excited for. Now, what I'm not as excited for, how much... I really hope these match up the right way. Okay, they're going to match up on this front side really nicely. Which actually means that there has to be an odd number on the back side of it. There has to be a number that brings it to be like that. Which we may need to do. We may need to change that up anyways. So, because I don't like to stack walls like that. I like to put them not even directly over one another. Like off-centered like that. And then over one another. And then off-centered like that. I don't know how tall we're going to make this, though. I think however tall makes it look like a city and not necessarily a castle would be nice. So that's 30. That's not going to be the way that I needed it to be. So these walls just may clip inside of each other. Or they may... I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with the walls. But we were also recommended yesterday to put iron bar windows in the walls. So once we go all the way around and see how these line up, we may do that as well. But yeah, look at that. Oh, that tiny run of stone, you got the entire... Got an entire quarter of the bottom wall done. Like, it goes so much faster with walls. We might get a wall up around this whole thing before the iron is smelted, which is crazy. 1 wolf is easy, 2 wolves is doable, 3 wolf... Yeah, 2 wolves is enough. My first death and hardest settings was to 2 wolves and a stone golem. Which you would think they'd pick to fight each other first, but they didn't. So, I think 2 wolves, if I have my bow out and some distance, is great, as long as I don't miss. Anything in close range, honestly, we're just going to try and stay out of close range. I don't really want to fight a wolf close range at all. So, that's why we built the hunter's bow, and that's why we're going to upgrade the hunter's bow. Dang, dude. Are we just going to destroy all my foundations? No, I didn't need those or spend way too much time on those. I know I'm getting more wood when I have a ton, but some of that needs to be left for base building. That was the point of getting it, so we'll leave a little bit. Let's go get more stone while we wait. The mountains is the first time I really feel like death is an option. If we make it through the mountains, the plains should actually be pretty easy. As long as you pay attention in the plains, it's really not that dangerous. It's when you run up over a hill and you find a tar pit, or you're not paying attention and a death mosquito flies into you, that you have a problem. But normally, if you can sit there and just look at everything and like pay as much attention as you can, the plains isn't actually too dangerous. Yagluth, on the other hand, is a terrifying beast that will probably kill us, but... Iron Mace is actually good against the Golem over the Frostner. Yeah, it's great. I know on normal you can actually, if you have an Iron Buckler and an Iron Mace, you can completely stun lock, pretty much stun lock any Golem, like either of the two types of them. And it's really crazy. Like, they become really easy to fight. I don't think I could do the parry on here, but yeah, attacking them with the Mace is good. The one thing I still don't like, though, is that they just respawn ridiculously fast. That's why we need to bring spawn blocking stuff up there when we go. Bring as many workbenches and campfires as we can. I think campfires are better because they don't get attacked as much like a workbench does, but also workbenches are cool because you can stand on top of them and wolves can't hit you. So if we need a little bit of a safe barrier, we can have that too. Okay, there's still more rocks over here than I thought. I really wish I could break these, but alas, we cannot. Maybe those will just, maybe on 1.0 release, those will all just be altars with new bosses. That's a joke, but I don't know. Maybe they'll add something really crazy, not like that, but maybe they'll throw in some unexpected stuff with some world pieces like that. Okay, and we're out of space again. There's always seems to be a ton of golems near Mutter. Yeah, there's always some. Again, though, spawn blocking. If you block the area and then kill them, and then fix what they broke while you were fighting them, it's a lot better. Because they spawn so fast. They respawn so quickly. Hello there. But yeah, mountains is definitely going to be something we have to take super slow. Mountains will be slow. Plains won't be too slow, and then Mistlands and Ashlands will be ridiculously slow. And we have to go ridiculously slow. Ahoy, everyone. Ahoy, Captain Fossil. So we'll wait a second for that to finish, since it's not done. Let's go ahead and do this back wall. They play a part in the end game. Don't recommend building those circles till they know for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're not gonna. Here's the one thing that I'm sure of. I'd bet a lot of money on it. I don't think they're gonna do anything like that that would destroy your build in a Valheim world that you don't have control over. I don't think they would do anything like that, because so many people are built around so many cool structures and so many boss like altars and stuff like that. I don't think they would give you, say, hey, here's a world you already have. You have to either destroy your build or let it get destroyed in a boss fight to continue the game. I don't think they would do that. So I think we can, we're gonna go back this way with it actually. I think we can say that we're safe from that, but apart from that, nothing else on the map is safe. More wood. So wait, okay, yeah, no, this will still be perfectly across. I don't know if we'll have enough stone for it, but we need to go around on that afterwards and make sure that all of these are touching the ground. Yeah, no, we didn't have nearly as much stone that time. Oh wait, never mind. Hold on. Do this first. I'm gonna really hammer out the iron. I do really want to kill Bone Mass before the first part of stream ends. So So that way when I come back later today, we can do, you know, mountain stuff and building stuff. But like I said, I also think while I do have to take a break in the middle, that I will be here later today. Did you get the stone? No. Stone. Come on. Let's get building. Okay, so do I want to just set these back like this? Because I know that 30 by 30, they're going to be perfectly aligned like that. Hold on, though. If I were to offset it in just a little bit, then on the next one, we could offset this one and have this one go on top. I think we'll do that. Portal, can we calm down for just a moment? I don't know how this is going to look, but we'll try it. That may get destroyed. From what I've seen, it looks like an ice impact crater. I wouldn't put it past them in this instance. Yeah. Possibly, but... Well, I'm sure the Deep North and the 1.0 will affect the entire world, and maybe make a new thing where to get all of the content guaranteed, you're going to have to generate a new seed, or a new world in itself. I still would find it quite weird if they did something that would destroy parts of your world that already existed. We also want to go around the bottom edges of these, like down here. It's going to be actually kind of hard because I want to make sure... that there are... all of these are blue, so I can... well, I don't know if I'm going to build them high enough for that to matter, but it probably wouldn't hurt. But I also would like to come out here and build down like that on the walls. We could maybe go actually under it, but go down like that around the edges. Might just leave it how it is, though. Slab is looking beautiful. Also, I do have a question for people who have built tame towers before. You guys have built one of the tame towers, and this is probably something I can look up on the wiki, but I just want to see if any of you guys know it off the top of your head. I know it's like a certain range within, like say like 5 meters for boar. You can't have, you know, at some point they'll stop making boar. So like 5 boar for 5 meters. Is that a vertical like thing that also, or is that a cube that also accounts for like 5 meters vertically, or is that just a width and height, or a length and width thing that only is like a flat plane like this? Do I need to go 5 meters away from them to the side, or can I just go 5 meters down with the boar? I assume it would be to the side, but I've also seen some people building tame towers that are just completely vertical, so I have no clue. I forgot we had those, or we had really good food. Okay, let's get some coal in and we'll go sleep. $20 It might be 20 meters, but whatever the distance is, like, as far as I'm aware, there is no distance limit. You just have to be in a general area. You can have a direct line of sight. No, but for the taming tower, there's a certain amount of animals that can be in a certain area. So, like, whether it's 20 meters or 5 meters, like, the boar will stop breeding at some point because there's too many of them. 10 meters for boar. Okay. 20 for... oh, 10 meters for boar and lox, 20 for wolves. Okay. So 10 meters by 10 meters is what will make the little cube up top, and then all the breeders will drop them down. Pretty sure vertical counts? I hope so. That would make it a lot easier to build. Might have to just kind of try both. We may have to be the testers here. But yeah, to breed, you didn't just not a direct line of sight. But for like a breeding tower where you're getting more than what the spawn limit in the game would allow you to get, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh yeah, you're good, Mr. Pink. Six in an area, 4 for locks. So I know in my hardest settings world, the boar pen, it's big enough that there's like 30 in there. But if we could have that be a lower area where there's pretty much no limit, because that's not where they're making them at, it would be nice. Also, someone else was saying something about being very carefully setting it up so that when the boar grow up, they hit pufferfish and they die on their own instead of me having to kill them, which is pretty awesome. So we may have to set up an entire automated farm for food. It would be really crazy setup, but it would be kind of cool. The locks portion of it and stuff would be maybe harder. But if we could have locks, wolves, chickens, and boar all going automatically, dropping the items into an area that has a workbench so it doesn't despawn. I mean, I feel like that's how we get through a challenge like this, because we'll always have the best food. Okay, this should be probably enough iron to do what we need to do. I think I want to bring the forge down here, though, because we have almost no room to put... Oh, what was I going to look at yesterday, though? We still needed copper. I had 10 copper for an upgrade, I think. Let's go grab the couple copper that I needed for that. It's a sphere, so if you put more than 5 boar in a 10 meter, 4 wolves in a 10 meter, 4 locks in a 20 meter. Watch the puffer trick. When they get poisoned, they run around screeching. Yeah, testing would be nice. I still want to test even what the best thing is. Just like, I don't know, sometimes little tweaks make it so much better. Like, being able to use the neck for the trap, for the blood magic trap over the blob was so much easier, so much more plentiful, and took so much less time. And it worked better than the blob did. So we may have to do a bit of our own testing and see what we come up with. Chickens are 10 and 10 meters. This does not include egg count. Okay. I think even at some point though they stop making eggs if you try and breed them, or they stop breeding as a whole. The reason I say that is because after on my chicken coop on my other world, like, I probably have like 20 chickens in there, but as soon as I kill, like, and they really weren't making eggs, and then as soon as I killed them, so many eggs popped into existence. Yeah, I don't think they'll breed, but of course you can hatch 50 eggs if you want. It would just have to be, again, its own, it would have to fall into its own area. But digging the feast, the first 3 give you 150 health and 120 stamina for 45 minutes. Yeah, that's going to be the ultimate building stuff right there. We need to go to the Bog Witch and buy some stuff for that. But that's going to be the ultimate building stuff, so I can actually run around and have health without eating all of my decent food. Or using all of my food making resources to just build something like the slab. What's up, John? I just realized I came over here and started getting stone. We're here for copper. Hold on. I don't know how much I have at base. I think I have 6. But we need 10 total and some fine wood. When building, if you're talking about like the oh yeah, I think you're saying when building for that. I mean, it's nice normally too, but okay, well, that's 10 copper right there. Gotta get our mace skill up. I know our pickaxe skill is super important to us, but we gotta get our mace skill up some more, because we are going to fight with it very quickly. No, they would just spit out a stupid amount non-stop, as long as they are in range. I think so, but I think not including the eggs. Like you said, there's a limit where at some point they will, if there's too many chickens at some point, they'll stop making eggs. Because they'll stop breeding. The 10 in the 10 meter, I think, stops them from breeding and making more eggs. But the 10 in the 10 meters doesn't count the eggs. But yeah, you could put down 500 eggs in a small area. That's what I used to do with Askvins, would be put down a couple hundred eggs at a time and then hatch them for food. Turn this twig at night. Does it matter if I do it at night? Do you get blasted and have to restart, or is this a different series? This is a different series from the hardest settings one. This is very hard permadeath, so if I die, we're resetting the entire world, not just my character, but we have portals and a map. However, so far in this series, I've also gotten blasted twice. So, no, the eggs don't count towards the chicken limit. Yeah. Epic, yeah. Well, the getting blasted a bunch of times part was not super epic, but the rest of it's been pretty cool. Okay, that is perfect timing, actually. Smelt this real fast. Yes, eggs count for the chicken limit. I feel like we both know what we're trying to say, but it's just not going through right. At least for me. I feel like I know that I'm trying to say I understand what you're saying. Strife, but I'm saying it bad. I know what you mean, though. At least I think so. Okay, so these are now over half a foundation. The problem is they're still going to hit on an odd number when we get there. Commercial breaks on YouTube are getting bad. Fair, but that's probably the only reason that I'm able to be here for 8 hours a day, so... So they don't count twice? Oh, okay. Alright, maybe I'm not understanding, but... I get it. Eggs count. 10 in a 10 meter area. We got it. So I think we decided that we can fit the copper upgrade in here. Because we have bronze, stone cutter, yeah. Must be the Midwestern accent trying to come through. Doesn't everybody have an accent? Do I have that strong? Can you tell I'm from the Midwest? Is it like that? I wouldn't be surprised if it's like that, but most of my, air quotes accent is just me not pronouncing things right. That's about 90% of it. There we go. I think we'll do mace first. I think mace is going to be a stack of metal. Everything else will be partial stacks. 30 iron. 30 iron. I think it's just iron for all of this. The hunter's bow is more than that, but we're not doing that until we're done with everything else. We will do that if we have the stuff for it, though. Oh, I didn't. We might as well just bring the card up there, honestly. No, but you said you were Central Time. Yeah, I am. I am in Kansas. That is where I am hailing from. But I am from pretty much the middle of nowhere. Using YouTube as my second main source of entertainment. Did I pay for the premium? The commercials count nonetheless. I just don't see them. Yeah, they do. I actually probably, as far as like YouTube income, people who have YouTube Premium make the YouTubers they watch a lot more than they probably think. It's actually kind of crazy, the difference. Not to say that everybody should have it, but those of you that do have it are helping the YouTubers you watch a lot. Hey, yo, Abyss. I'm on your wall. You are on my wall, Static Frost. I know you're on my wall. We're gonna, yeah, we're gonna have a new episode of that series soon. This has been taking up a ton of time, though. But I actually moved that wall to the new base. I don't know if you saw that or not. Okay, so total we need 15 more iron. We need 8 more iron. And we're done. And then we can make the buckler and we can make the huntsman bow. Which is even more stuff, but honestly, dude, stay in the middle of nowhere. I would love to stay in the middle of nowhere. I love where I live. I don't get people who are like, let's move to Miami. No, or LA. No, I'm okay. I don't like people. I gotta stay as far away as I can. Can I ask about the wall? Change my color to yellow. Static color yellow. Hold on. Let me put it in my notepad. Yes, but it's a different, but we're in a different series right now. But whenever I go back to make a video for that series, yes. Static Frost. Hey, you're actually already have you on the list from moving the stuff around to the new base. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, next time I play, I'll do that. It'll probably be about halfway through the episode because I'm not at that base currently in the episode, but yeah, I will. What is the distance to the next place with more than one stone under one roof? It's very far away. There is not stone anywhere. Like, hold on. There's like a few tiny survivor stones, but like, there's really no stones. Like, there's one right there. We got a stone right there. And we got one right there. Those are about to get destroyed, though, now that I see them. But, like, we really don't have rocks anywhere. Oh, good. I know the episodes can take a long time to film. Yeah, those ones especially have been taking extra long. The further I get into that series, the longer it takes to make an episode. Went from taking 4 to 6 hours to make an episode to now taking 60 hours. When you do record these videos, do you record your microphones on a separate track to remove later to make, or is all of your live stream audio unusable? So I have 3 separate tracks. So track 1 goes to the stream, and track 1 has both the game audio and my voice audio on it. Track 2 has just the game audio, and track 3 has just my audio. So normally when making a video out of these, I'll just use track 2 and 3, making it usable, pretty much what you're asking. But there also has to be a 3rd track that's going to Twitch and YouTube that has both. This stone platform, did you farm all of this vanilla? Oh yeah, no, it's the last 2 days of stream. There was an entire cult yesterday dedicated to the slab. If you ever want to watch videos of me hitting rocks, there's two past VODs are there. I meant to bring the cart down. That's why I just went up there. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Where did I put the cart? Oh, there it is. Hail to the slab. I was getting messages on Discord last night about the slab. There's a love for the slab that I never thought there would be. But I'm actually so happy because hopefully we'll get to spend the rest of the playthrough here. Or the rest of the challenge here. Hail to the slab on both Twitch and YouTube. That's great. As a vanilla slabber, this is quite the exciting slab, I must admit. I would agree. Not Stone Store. Where is the closest mall to where you live? I'm from bumfuck nowhere. My partner grew up in Deerfield, New England. She didn't comprehend how remote I used to live. It's probably an hour, maybe hour and a half to, like, go to a decent shopping center. But it also depends what you call a decent shopping center. I can, like, you know, there is a Walmart not that far. But I would say I'm still fairly close to civilization. But that's because I'm in an apartment. If I were ever to move to a house, I would probably go... Assuming I could find decent internet, about as far as I could out. There's some places out in western Kansas that are multiple hours from anything, from anybody, and I would love to live out there, assuming I could have the internet access to still stream and talk to my friends and stuff. I hope you removed all that heavy gear. Yeah, I actually waited to make the heavy gear until afterwards. I had pretty much just troll hide the entire time because I was not doing that. All we got left are small rocks. You can always use airlifting or hospital airlifting. Yeah, that's true. Though if you live in the US, you know, healthcare is a whole thing, so if you do use a hospital airlifting, you know, if you were to get hurt and need an airlift to a hospital, it would not be cheap. Hello, goats. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you so much. Some people are lucky and live in the land of the free of hospital costs. That's true. There are some ways to get around them, but it's not fun or easy to use those ways to get around them. I used to live in a place with approximately 1,000 people, over 130 miles to the next shopping center, 105 miles to the closest hospital. See, that sounds beautiful. Yeah, I've been out in some places in the U.S., like, out in the actual, like southern Utah, northern Arizona, out in the middle of nowhere, where it is just, there is nothing. That's like some Skinwalker territory out in southwest U.S., but in Kansas, I would be okay with it. Game is fantastic. So excited for Deep North. Will you start a new world with 1.0? There will probably be plenty of progression through both new and old worlds when 1.0 comes out from me. Imagine having all your food and snacks stocked up and not having to go anywhere for a few months. Yeah. That would be great. I'd need like a home gym or something, but if you live out in the middle of nowhere, you can just run in any direction for multiple hours and not go onto anybody else's land. Not bother anybody else, so that could be the exercise. Need to start more stuff before I go to bed. Man, it's already nighttime again. Okay, so we're just gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do this on the end. And then I want to slide everything over. I don't know. The walls are gonna look a little funky. That's what I get for not wanting to put stuff. I mean, I could do them like just inside of each other on the corner and then stack them perfectly, but I feel like... And maybe that would look good. Hold on. That might just be easier. I know we just built this, but hold on. Because I feel like it might be easier to do that. Oh, come on. I don't want to switch to the wall. I could just throw my shotgun over my shoulder and walk 300 meters to my hunting ground. Yeah. Only place I've ever been in Kansas is Fort Riley, but you're right, out in the west, the Badlands, it's truly remote. Yeah, there's a gas station driving to Colorado, because if anybody's ever done like anywhere near Kansas City to Colorado Drive or anywhere like in western Kansas, there is actually nothing, like for hours. And there's a couple gas stations I've stopped at, and it's just like wild. You can just look in every direction. There is not a single person. There's a few cars stopping for gas and nothing else. And out there, it's flat enough where, like, if you see a train going by, you can see the entire train. Like, it's not like you see, like, a portion of it. Like, you don't see it going by, like, through the trees. You can see the whole thing front to end. Because there's literally nothing blocking your view. There have been other places like that as well, though. I remember when I visited Iceland, there was a decent section of Iceland that was just nothingness. Like, there's really beautiful mountains and stuff, and glaciers, and a couple cool cities, and pretty waterfalls, but there's also some areas in Iceland that are just desolate. There is nothing. There's snow and flat, and that is it. We need actually 25 total. Iceland and Greenland are absolutely beautiful. They are. I was lucky enough to go there for like my sophomore spring break at high school. So when I was like 16 with my mother, and it was the best trip. From southern Idaho, and I've been all over back and forth across the U.S. Always shocked at how my friends who are back from the East, how massively open the western states are. Yeah, most of them are like that. Eastern Colorado's the same way. New Mexico, decent parts of Arizona, and Utah are like that. Utah's a little more like, a little more mountainy than the other ones mentioned, but let's just clip these inside of each other for just a second, because I feel like this will massively make this simpler. And while I want to build a giant cool base, part of this is going to have to be simple if I want this to get done ever. How much armor do we have with all of this on? 58. If we did... Hold on. Let's do deer hide cape as well. I know I don't have the troll hide for another cape, but if I have the deer hide for another cape, we could get that extra 4 armor. And it would probably be worth it. I missed the start. Had to catch and release a spider. At least you did the right thing. You're a better person than me. Depending on the day. Also depending on the spider. But... Unfortunately, we have brown recluse here, and if I find one of you, you're getting stomped because those bites get nasty if you get bit by one. Only traveling I've done in the military, Cali, before it became that. Florida, the Middle East. Yeah, those are all some chaotic places. Florida, California, and the Middle East. That is a chaotic military life. Well, both Iceland and Greenland on the outer coast of... I think you mean Finland and Denmark, but Finnmark. Unless that's a country name. Most remote places of Norway. Oh, okay. I see. That just the county is larger than Denmark. Jesus. I catch and release all of our spiders. That's fair. Like I said, I try and do that as much as I can. Brown recluse spiders, not messing with that. Those bites can get gross. And very painful, but unfortunately we have a lot of spiders here that bite. I don't even have room for the honey. Like, it's about to just start getting stacked on this chest right here. Honey, there's 50. Found you a thumbnail for this. Dropped it in Discord. You're welcome. I'm so scared. Hold on. I went to the wrong Discord. More slap. Where did you get that from? That's my question. Wherever you got that from is amazing. Who made that? Very necrotic within a 24-hour period. Yeah, your skin starts to die and stuff and get all gross. And can swell up and yeah, no, not good. I'm sure some people don't want to hear about that. And I'm sure some people watch the stream while they're eating, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's, ones you want to stay away from. I've been to the U.S. multiple times as an Arctic recon instructor. I mean, if you're from out in the middle of nowhere, in the very, very far north of Europe, that makes sense. Okay, that's our 15 iron for our chest piece. Yeah. Okay, so we weren't fully upgraded anyways. We still got chest piece. And then buckler. But buckler's really not as much of a thing for bone mass. Like, it matters, but it's more of a mountains thing than a bone mass thing. Again, since we have to do it, we will go ahead and do it, but... because it could save us. The block force could definitely save us. And then our iron brooch on top of our armor should put us, I mean, because it gives us 20 if it activates, right? So we could be up at like 84 armor for this fight, which at some points during it, which is not bad at all. Let's see how upgraded we can get a deer hide. Or deer hide, we're going to use all of our deer hide here. A couple bones. We may need more bones than anything. That's cool, actually. The one thing I was disappointed with the lack of survival skills taught in the military. I may not have any more bones, and I know I've been throwing them out the whole time, and I knew I was going to need them, but I didn't think I was going to need them this early. We have all sorts of chests, though, that are just spread around that we can check. Oh, okay. There's some bones. There's some bones. Probably some down there too, but we'll see what we can do with these to get some more armor on us. Okay, we're not doing all of that. We'll do, this is plenty of upgrade. 63 armor. We got a little cape. We haven't had a cape this whole series. You can see the industrial smokestacks from nickel in Russia. The way the military operates now, you're never a day or two away from significant help. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you'd have to be really far out in like the Amazon rainforest to actually be significantly far away from help anywhere in the world. But if you're in a survival situation, think something has gone horrifically wrong. Yeah, most of the time, unless you've picked to be there, and then you're, and then something could go slightly wrong, and then you'd be in a survival situation, but there's some more remote adventures parts of my family have gone on that definitely could have ended as survival situations. Organization, skill level 3. Oh, you got that picture from Grok. That makes sense. I was like, please tell me that please tell me that that's not already an existing picture. Okay. With all of this stuff, I think we go get some blueberries, and I think we go kill bone mass. Everybody's filtered in for the day. We've got pretty much everything upgraded. I know we're going to make the buckler when we get back. Let's grab some blueberries for the muck shake, and let's go kill bone mass. And then we're going to prep for mountains. We may be at mountains earlier than I thought. Bear is still over here somewhere. We just need a couple blueberries. I don't need a lot of muck shakes. I feel like the fight should happen pretty quickly. Either I'll be dead or bone mass will be dead really fast. One of the two will happen. But I think this is about as geared as we can be. So if we die to bone mass, I don't know what else I could have done. Unless it's like a dodge rolling issue. Unless I mess up timing. That's a few. I think it's 2 per muck shake, so like 10 minimum would be cool. We'll use the Rotosk mead during the fight just to like up my get my movement speed back up a little bit to move around the altar. But if everything's cleared over there and we put down the spawn stuff yesterday to stop stuff from spawning, this really shouldn't be a hard fight. The problem is after this, I don't know where a decent mountain is close by that we would be using. I think the one near Bogwitch is probably our best bet because we already have a portal, but even then, that means we're going to have to sail back all of our silver rather than run it back, which is just an extra step. There's got to be more blueberries than that. Poison resist is a must. Yeah, we have it. We have it. Really very hard bone mass, though. You really want to just not take the poison damage at all. Like, even with the poison resist, that's a backup. I'm going to try my best not to get hit by the poison like, at all. Normally, when I do the fight, I just let it happen, but Simo. This is the Norway sniper. And health potions. We got health potions, too. Okay, that's 10. Let's go back. We're good. We're ready. Muck shakes. We got 2 serpent stuff. 2 serpent foods. We're going to be at like 100 something health. High hundreds for health and decent stamina. It's just going to be fun. We got some more here. Take them. We'll need them. We need to find a giant patch of blueberries and mark where they're... We need to just start marking blueberries on the map with some sort of marker, because like when it comes to making a bunch of Rotoscomies and stuff later down the line, we're going to need so many of them. We can just run through the Black Forest and look, but it'd be nicer to know exactly where they're at. How many times I died to bosses because I forget I have health potions? Yeah, that's why I try and keep them in that 5 slot. And even for the amount of times that I've accidentally drank them, they've saved me more times than I've accidentally drank them. Getting used to having them in your hotbar is nice. Now putting them right next to my bow is really stupid, but that's where I can hit easily without moving my hands around. We got 2 more here, 2 more here. Oh, we got +1 as well. Beautiful. I think we have 1 back at base. Oh. Also, while I'm not reading it out loud, I am reading the conversation in chat because I do have interest in the, I've seen 1 or 2 different documentaries on that. He was a sniper, right? In Norway? But yeah, I appreciate the conversation going on, because the few documentaries I've seen about that are amazing. Go over here. Out of wood, dude. Come on, I just want to make my food. Not even gonna eat my food. Do I have bukeberries? Probably not. I threw them on the ground somewhere. They're probably gone though. Or in a... Yeah, they're somewhere. They're somewhere else. Okay, we got those. Some of these. What's it? Ooze. Make a bit of each. You're tired now, still sick. We'll put the other 50 honeys for our 150 honey in there. Pulling up my phone at this time in the morning. Okay. Got about 2.5 hours till I gotta leave. Bukeberries and cart, possibly. They also might be in one of these chests down here. I got like 2.5 hours before I gotta take a break. So, I said it's super early in the stream, but this will be a shorter stream. But then, oh yeah, I do have bukeberries. Then I will go and, I'll be back after like an hour. So, you guys will have a small break without me. But, I don't know, maybe we'll go raid someone else's stream or something while I'm gone. We'll do that in probably about an hour and a half, no, 2.5 hours. So this is everything, right? We still gotta make the buckler. Hold on. That's last, though. And that's not really gonna matter for the fight. Try not to eat my food until we're ready. Do we have enough coal to do the rest of this? No. That's fine though. We're good. We're ready. Let's take this up there and make what we can. But I don't even know if we have the stuff for a buckler. I don't know if we have the ancient bark. And again, I think that while that could really make a difference between life and death, I would like to not. Ancient. No, hold on. It's in this chest. I know where it's at. There's 8 ancient bark. That's enough, right? And do we have enough after that for an upgrade? No. No way. Okay. That's good. We're good. We're ready. Throw this back in the chest, or back in the pile back there. Hello, Slibis. Hello. How are you today? Alright, I think we're ready. I'm so scared, though, still. We'll go grab the Ike there buff as well. Just to, you know, give myself some more run power. The more I can dodge and run gives me a better chance of survival if something goes wrong. But we have an okay rested buff. Not great, but long enough. We'll grab our 10 bones, take them over there. We're ready to go. Shouldn't be a hard fight. Again, it's going to be a quick fight whether I die or he dies. Is this bone mass? It's about to be. But yeah, that's what we're about to go fight. That's what we're prepping for. I mean, that's what we're pretty much ready for now. Oh, it's been a while since I've fought bone mass. It's been a while. Okay. I honestly will keep this up here too, just... I know the likelihood of using it's low, but we might use it. He gonna die? I'm not gonna die. We're gonna be fine. Okay. We don't have to eat our buke berries. Don't even need it. We gotta eat one of each of those. Never killed him without cheesing with the raise the earth method. Good luck. This is also, you know, different difficulty. He does twice as much damage, and we don't do nearly as much damage. So we do 70%. He's a little quicker as well. So, okay, 119 is not... Okay, I was like, that's not as high as I thought it was going to be for health. Okay. 10 bones. Let's go. Oh, I'm so scared. I know we have this, but I'm still terrified. Okay, see, that health is looking better. That health is looking a lot better. Okay, I'm going to minimize the chat just so I don't have anything popping up on my screen real quick, but I'll be back shortly. We did the same thing with Elder. No time to waste. We got to get over there before our rested goes away. Have 2 draugrs that we gotta kill real quick. Damn. That was a bad shot. I was wondering why the other one didn't get aggroed. It's because they can't get aggroed. Okay, we're so strong with this mace. Hella damage as soon as he comes up. Try and stay out of the poison is what we're going to try and do. It's going to make the fight go way slower, but... And we're also going to take these guys out quickly before they hurt me. Oh, plus the Iron Brooch. Let's get behind here so he doesn't see me. So you don't need the poison meter for this fight, it's just better to have. But if you ever want to get into like speedrunning, you don't need it. You just need to watch for that animation. Let's not get too far outside the zone here. That one's gonna hit me. Oh! Iron Brooch is cooking right now. That's why we love it. Dude, that skeleton's trying to bait me. Not very nice, skeleton. Since none of them have a bow, we're going to try and get around a little bit. That'll give him some time to come over to me. Oh! I don't know why I thought he was about to throw something. His hand going back inside the altar freaked me out a little bit. We're good though. Also may take poison from that. Not quite. See, the Ratosk mead is part of why we're able to stay out of the poison with this heavy armor as well. But that's why we prep with that. That's not good at all. The Draugrs and stuff are not great. It's going to be a whole side situation that we've been put into. Luckily the Draugrs are so much faster than Bone Mass. What the hell did I just get poisoned by? gonna throw, I feel like. Maybe not. Is our portal still up? Yeah. Let's get around this side. I think we can kill them before they get around to me. I'm taking that one. Taking that one straight to the dome, unfortunately. Now the hard part is visibility more than anything. Okay, really the poison doesn't do as much as I thought it would. That sucks. Oh, this is the end. Boom. We're done. Not a hard fight either. The one hit was a little scary. Did some damage, but really not nearly as much damage. But that's, had we not had all of the armor, that may have been very different when we got hit. Because it could have been a stagger, and then the poison probably would have done more, or we could have gotten hit by something else. So, max prep is still important. Bone Mass is one of the last bosses we can survive a hit, like an actual full hit from. Modder, we can survive like an ice breath, but like a bite or something like that, or like a full, when she like rains the ice from the sky. A full one of those, it will kill us. Yagluth, we can survive some hits, but not full hits from like meteors and stuff. Like, if we get hit by 1 or 2 meteors, we can die, and then anything past that is just death. But anything past that, we have magic as well, so. But yeah, Bone Mass is one of the last bosses we can actually survive a hit from. Let me drop this off at the altar. I'll pull the chats back up so I can actually read them. It was a little scary though. But now we have Bone Mass, which is an overpowered. Nah, not as much overpowered as it was, but it's still nice to have in the mountains. We may keep Ike there for now though. Yippee! Done with parts of this. With that, it's time to cook breakfast. GG's, nice kill. Side checking just to catch the death of Bone Mass? Yes. Where's the two-handed sledgehammer in the Berserker set? Alright, thank you guys so much. We're done. Not with the stream, but with Bone Mass. That was sick, though. The bite is fully pierce damage, by the way. Root Harness does a lot to mitigate that damage. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, the bite from Modder is super weird to dodge because you can see it coming, but you really have to be paying attention. And you have to be quick. But really with Modder, I'll be okay. As long as I don't get jumped by something else during Modder, I'll be okay. Really, the scary part of the mountain is dealing with getting into it with this gear set and dealing with wolves and stuff. Nice then, GG. The bite is also so delayed. Yeah, it's so weird. No abominations. We went through it yesterday just to make, and block spawns just to make sure. Same with her wing attack. Yeah, the wing attack is slightly delayed. I've gotten used to Modder's like hit pattern. Modder's hit pattern is similar to the Fueling Berserkers and the fact that I'm pretty sure her left arm hits at a different speed than her right arm, which is a little weird, but yeah. Onto the mountain of chips, yes. Oh my god. We may... Okay, so we know where our mountain's at. I mean, we still have decent food. We need more portal stuff. We need a better base. But also, as we talked about earlier, if we're getting silver, the stone that will come from that will be greatly helpful in getting a base built. Because the goal by the end of, not this stream right now, but both streams today, would be to be living in this base completely. Portal hub, crafting areas. Dude, how do you guys... I'm putting spike traps on the stairs. I'm tired of you guys coming up here. Fighting Modern, hearing that stone golem spawn in gets you sweating. Yeah, the best thing you can do is put them in a hole so that no more spawn. Good morning, you beat Bone Mass? Oh, you just got here at the war. I just beat Bone Mass. You just got here. I mean, you could literally go back like 5 minutes on the stream and watch the fight if you wanted to. But Yeah, we did just kill it. Okay. First ever poorly telegraphed heavy bite. Yep. Yeah, Thano, you just missed it, buddy. Gonna have some wicked raids now? Nope, I don't have raids. I don't have raids on, so we will not be having any wicked raids. Wolves are deadly. Yeah, wolves are gonna be scary. Oh, I shouldn't eat that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the mountains now. I should not have eaten that quickly. How many cores do we have? Let's put the other ones in here, because I shouldn't. Yeah, that sucked. Let's put those in here. Let's put that in here. That should get us up onto the mountain. I thought I had an extra one, too. I thought I had 7 total. No, I had 6 total. I love enemies attacking my base. Yeah, no, I don't. Not a fan of it. Oh, it's fine. I've seen you fight him more than a couple times. That's fair. Skills check. I guarantee you, before I open this, I'm pretty sure pickaxe is still my highest skill. Alright, run 56. Pickaxe 62. What is clubs at? Hold on. Clubs 38, not too bad. And bow's 28. Bow's 28 is not good for where we're currently at. Personally, I think raids should have reworked from how they work in the Val. Oh, where the raids give you some time to prepare. That would be sick. Raids giving you time to prepare would be cool. Also, I feel like leave Swamp Key at base. Yeah, I will. I feel like a big portion of like a raid is they come and raid your base, not wolves spawn behind you while you're trying to do something else. I feel like they use the term raid very loosely. So that's another thing that they could not do, but that's besides the point. Okay. We have 3 cores. We can take 2 to the mountain and rename our portal. I really don't like doing that, though. Where could we get... Hold on, do we have any more things marked out on the map? What is that one? Hold on, let's go to that one. I don't know if that's a troll cave or what it is, but we need to go get a couple more cores. Because I know we can rename stuff, but I like just having all of them. Raid is just as... Here's an infinite wave of enemies for 2 minutes. So the best course of action is just to turn them off, yeah. Leave poison resist too? Yeah, I will. Frost resist will be up on the... Frost resist is still making. Oh, Patches is here as well. I didn't even notice. That's who asked for skill check. Should have forgotten my rested before coming over here, but... We also need to find, whatever mountain we go to, we need to find some caves, some buildings to stand on, put some workbenches down. We need some safe areas. The best defense against a wolf is having somewhere that's 1 block high to stand on, 1 meter high, because they're not getting up that. So you can just stand there and shoot them. Yeah, this is the one I hadn't been to. You're gonna make Fenris? Absolutely not. I'm gonna probably make Silver. Just taking screenshots for your Discord last night, loaded into an old world with a mountain. With the raids immediately. Immediately you're being hunted? That's terrible. Yeah, being hunted. Oh, I did already do this one. Why didn't my stupid ass mark it off the map then? We'll go deeper into this Black Forest. We haven't really been through the whole thing yet. Yeah, we'll go this way. More blueberries. Take it. Block, bro, play too much Minecraft. Listen, I may have had a Minecraft video in progress for the channel that it's probably not ever coming out, but I did start doing a Minecraft video because I was curious about it. Or open the console and typed faster in my life. Yeah. Working on a Yagluth build last night. Need to pivot your entire build idea since you couldn't build some things the way you thought you could. That sucks a little bit, but hopefully you can still get something along the lines of what you were thinking. But yeah, I thought, okay, I play survival games. Like, that's what we do on the channel. And I've never beaten Minecraft. So maybe I should do that for the first time. I started playing it, and I got decently far, but hardest settings in this took priority. It still exists, though. That world's still there. So we could totally still go back to it at some point, but... I think it might actually turn out better. That's good. I hope it does. Like I said, I'm excited to see your whole world. It's almost nighttime. Please give me Doongon. What mod shows the time up there? It's called date and time in HUD. Underscores between all the words, not all the letters. But yeah, date and time in HUD shows you time and day. We keep it just so people can, I mean, for stream, it's more the purpose of people can see how long they've been gone or how much we've played. But for videos, it's a timekeeping. People can see how long it took me to do stuff. Minecraft is one night type of game, though. Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, though, I just feel like for the amount of survival games that I play, that's one that I probably should have beaten. And I've watched probably everybody. I've watched my parents beat Minecraft like 8 times. I've still never beaten it, though. My mom and stepdad still play Minecraft like a decent amount. Oh, we got another ghost in here. That means 2 twigs, which means blood magic later. Excited for that. Didn't even know Minecraft had an end. It has an end, but you still keep playing. It's like Valheim after you kill the Ashlands boss. You still can just keep doing stuff afterwards. There's actually quite a bit of content after it, but... yeah. There is an end. But people go so far past that. Minecraft is the type of game I could never make content for, because the amount of people that play it and the amount of skilled players it's produced is just... it's too high. Like, I could make a funny video of me trying to beat it, but actually, like, making videos on it would be almost impossible. People are way too good at it. To be fair, beating Minecraft back in the day and beating Minecraft now are different things. They are different things, but, I mean, it's still the same fight at the end of the day. Obviously, you can have very different things with it now, but... I'm talking a base playthrough, not doing anything crazy. Also, I was looking for something last night. I wanted to know if you guys have seen it. I couldn't find it. I could not find it, but it's for a video that I really want to do. Has anybody seen a mod that is a safe down, like, that's a fairly safe way to do it? Because I found some that are really old and deprecated, but I want to find a mod that allows you to link your health and somebody else's health together. So you both take damage if one of you takes damage. Or maybe even death, like if I die, you also die. Is there any mod that does that? Because if not, I may reach out to a mod creator and see how hard it would be to make it. Ghost, I would bet, is in here. Maybe not. It sounded like there was a ghost, but there might not be one. Cores is really all I'm here for, though. Do we have any modders in chat? You, that sounds like pure pain. Make one for him. I have a few modding friends on Discord. So, if nobody has one already made, I can ask them how difficult it would be to make it, and maybe ask them to help me, or commission it for them to make it, just pay them for them to make it for me. But, yeah, I think that would be really fun. Just looked at it and I couldn't bring myself to do it. Yeah, that's fair. Dude, how many cores did we get? We got 10. We're good. We can go back for portals. But yeah, I have that. I've had that idea for a while. Like, if there was one of those mods doing that, doing a duo playthrough with somebody and doing a combined one would be crazy. And I'm gonna start looking to, I don't know. So here's the hard part about planning stuff right now. Currently in life, my two friends that are always in Discord, closest friends, are both leaving for the military, which at like within a week period. So while I'm trying to befriend other content creators and stuff like that, I'm also probably gonna start to befriend some people from the community to play Valheim with, because most of my friends are about to be completely gone for a few months. But in finding new friends and stuff like that to play Valheim with, or playing it with you guys, making friends with some of you guys outside of just like, you know, YouTube chat and other content creators and stuff, then, you know, I want fun challenges like that to do. So I've been trying to find out how to do that one, because me and Jake talked about doing that one for a long time. Hey, we need all these eyes too. Maybe we actually should be out here at night. I'm trying to think of other challenges. I don't know. We've talked about a lot of challenges in chat, but specifically ones that would be funnier with a duo than a solo. Have thought about like each person gets a single type of weapon and stuff like that, but I could start trimming again. That would be fun. Might be a thing. Like I said, at some point I'll grab some people from the Discord, and I mean, it'll be a process too, because like, you know, we gotta find who I actually like. I'm sure I'd get along with almost everybody in chat, but there's also an entire chemistry thing of, you know, having fun playing with each other. That's the whole thing. So, but I'll probably be playing with a decent amount of the community over the next month or two. Also after that, because we talked about a community server and stuff, but maybe for the weekend, maybe this weekend or something, we'll grab some people and try it out. Have you used the Seasons mod? I have, but when paired with some other mods, it lags really badly during the winter time. I love the Seasons mod, but it does have some performance issues. I'm talking like if I'm on my PC getting 15 FPS, there's a problem with the mod, like a big problem with the mod. But it's only when I've had it combined with other mods. So there might be something happening there. Looking forward to what those community servers will look like. Yeah. No, you gotta click. Yeah, you gotta click with, like, if you want to sit in a chat with somebody, or if you want to sit in a stream with somebody and stream together for multiple hours a day, like, not only do you have to be, like, nice and get along with them, you have to, like, you know, you have to have similar personalities and stuff. You have to actually have fun playing together, which is, that's something that I'll start, you know, like I said. We'll try and befriend some other content creators, big and small, and see who we make friends with, but obviously Patches yesterday facilitated me with Jack's email. We'll see if that's something, but he's also very busy, so we'll see if that is something that happens soon, because that would be an insane video. Whether we do a versus or a challenge together, that would be a crazy video. And this is one of the only times I'm going to be able to run around at night. As soon as we kill Yagluth, running around at night is no longer an option, because it's just a good way to get smacked in the Black Forest by a fueling. Number one collab, Jack. Yeah, Patches is the matchmaker for that. That's me. You're all welcome. You facilitated the entire thing, so I actually am very appreciative of that. It's got to happen though first. But yeah, I did email him last night. We'll see if we come up with something to do. But if he works a full-time job and he's still making videos, there also may be a chance that he wants to stick to solo stuff. So we'll see what he says. He said he was down if schedules allow. Yeah, but like I said, the schedules allow maybe multiple months out. Like that may be further. If it's this week, I'm down. But if it's like if it's multiple months, I also understand that. So we'll see. Just because I got all day to stream does not mean everybody else does, unfortunately. But even then, even if we only get to play once or twice, or even having him just in a Discord to hang out with every once in a while would be sick. Alright, let's go to Cleep. Where did I put the rest of my ectoplasm? I think it's up here in these chests. Let's grab our frost resist. I'm really scared to go to the mountains for some reason. I mean, I know why, but like, I'm just so terrified. But if we get through it, we have such a good path ahead of us if we can get through the mountains. I don't have a schedule. Yeah. I'm not free all day every day, but like every time I'm free I just fill it with I'm either gonna record or I'm gonna stream or I'm gonna sleep. And the third one doesn't happen that often, other than this week, which has been great. But like, yeah, no, my schedule doesn't really exist. There are 2 times a week that I have told each part of my family that I will see them so that I can hang out with them and have time with them. And other than that, it's this. And I work out like, I go be active like an hour or 2 a day. But other than that, I don't really care. I could be recording at 8 in the morning because I'm still awake sometimes. Or 2 in the afternoon because I'm still awake from the previous day sometimes. Abyss, I didn't know you play CS. I do a little bit. I was playing last night though. I forget you guys can see what I'm playing in Discord. Yeah, we were trying out prop hunt maps last night, me and a few friends, but I do play CS. I'm not that good at it, though. Dano, do you play CS as well? Are we gonna have a wingman session? And the other shooters you play? Not really. Not on PC. I played a lot of shooters on controller, but really the 2 competitive games I've picked out to play are CS and Rocket League. cut off everything around 9 p.m., but if things were popping, yeah, that's fair. My girlfriend is very, she does not really care at all. Like, if she wakes up to go to work at around 5 in the morning, and then she gets home pretty early in the day, and that's just like, I don't know, like she'll wake up sometimes to leave, and I'm just still awake, and she just comes and sits with me and hangs out before she leaves for work. So Rocket League, yes, Thano. Why are we again? We having a duo session? We'll do it. Did I miss Bone Mass? Yeah, you did. Unfortunately, it was not that long of a fight though. Oh man, Rocket League, I had to uninstall because it makes me mad. I feel that. I understand that I understand the rage. The Rocket League rage is horrible. W supportive girlfriend, absolutely. Gerdorf eyes, I don't have any. Wait, was there some in here? No. The goal would be to get, I think we talked about this the first day, the goal would be to get her on Valheim at some point and do a video of teaching somebody who's not only new to Valheim, but like completely new to PC games to play. I have no Great Orph eyes, dude. We gotta go all the way back out there. I mean, at this point, I'm not saving the serpent meat that I ate, so we might as well just take our time to get over to the mountains. And we honestly may... I don't know that we'll save going to the mountains till I get back later, but I definitely don't want to have to leave dead in the middle of the mountains. So, not dead, but like right in the middle of the mountains. I don't want to have to leave while standing on the edge of a mountain. So we got about 2 hours left of this first part of stream. Played Rocket League for years. Pretty mid at the game, though. I'm Diamond 1. I'd be down to play. We're not that far apart in rank. I ground my way up to champ several times. The problem is, in Rocket League, I keep hitting champ. But my friend that I play with is champ 3. Top, like, almost at grand champ. And so when I play duos with him in his lobby, it's absolute hell for me. But I would be so down. If I have my cousin, sometimes it's GC2. Yeah, you know the struggle, because then you're just getting like stomped on constantly through the game, and you're losing your rank. You're losing your rank because your friend's rank too high. Same thing happens to me in CS, because Jake's premier rating is way too high. Yeah, your cousin is a mean man dragging you up there. Playing CS with Jake, Jake's the same. He's a champ 3 on Rocket League, but then we go to play CS and he's ranked like, playing Premier, he's ranked like 18, 19k, and I'm sitting over here as like an 11k, and he's dragging all of our 4k friends in with him, and he's wondering why we lose. It's like an atomic bomb versus a coughing baby. Actually, not too bad. I'm lower. I lose way less of MMR. That's fair. Honestly, if I were to play Rocket League by myself, though, I'm playing like Rumble or Hoops or something. I'm playing like playing something a little different. I could spend all day playing Rocket League Rumble. Diamond 1 Div 2 to Diamond... Jesus Christ. Yeah, I play Heat Seeker. Oh, God. Can't do that one. I'm just bad at it, personally. I don't hate the mode. I'm just terrible at it. Greydorf Brute. Oh, we might have to go over to that structure, guys. Well, or they might come over here. That tree just blocked me. Also, I will have to bring poison potions with me to the mountains because we're going to be running through that entire swamp. And I won't just consume one for the sake of consuming one, but if we do get into a scary fight, we may have to do that. That brute actually kind of smacks a little bit, so let's back up. We're going to get Iron Brooch here in just a second anyways, if we can get some dodges in. There we go. That'll give us some health back and some extra armor. More than anything, we're getting eyes. Had to actually lock in for a second. We were about to get beat up. Community Rumble matches. That's the thing, though. I am not good enough at either of those games for that to be something I actually stream. I mean, you don't have to be good at something to stream it, but, like, I think you guys would have much more fun watching me do this than do that, so. And also, I have more fun streaming this. Not to say on a weekend or something, we couldn't do that. It might be kind of fun. Yeah, so we got 29. Honestly, we may as well just sit over here and get enough for 2 portal sets because we're going to need them. We're going to need to keep walking over here. We might as well. We can grab this Greydorf nest and put it on the map, though. Just so I know what we're looking at next time we come back. And I also might as well keep the stone. Let's actually toss the wood and keep the stone. Toss the buke berries, keep the stone. So we've activated our Iron Brooch like 5 times. I think weekend streamer for Rocket League, maybe. But I'd also be down, like I said, I'd also be down to just play it for fun with the community. Like, it doesn't have to be a stream. Not everything has to be content, we can just hang out. I thought there's just been a bear hanging out right there this whole time. Actually, don't feel like I saw it when I first got over here, but I know it was there last time. Yeah, I got you, Thano. You have a mic, though? I assume you do, but not everybody does. Oh, Jesus. That one might actually, like, really hurt. Oh, I'm not rested anymore. Cool. That guy might do some damage. Probably drop some eyes, too, but I really don't want to deal with that. I stand. Oh, I'm out of arrows. I wouldn't ask you to play if I didn't have one. Fair enough. Yeah, that's something I was trying to make, like, and you guys can have, actually, if you guys have any recommended questions for this, I was trying to make, like, a little, not survey, but I guess survey, like, to send to people on the Discord, because there's certain things, like, for, like, you know, people to stream with and stuff from the community. Some of you guys to stream with. I want to send, or make videos with, I want to send out something that's, like, a thing that makes sure that, like, you would be good being in a video, and also, like I said, there's some YouTube rules and stuff to follow with that, so I'm trying to make, like, a little survey of a couple questions just to see if people would be, one, down to be in a streamer video from the Discord, but also see if they would actually do well in it. I'm trying to think of questions for that. I was going to send it out last night, and then I got very distracted. We're going to hide in here for just a second. But I need to make sure people have a mic, that they're okay being a part of a stream and stuff like that. YouTube has a rule that, like, everybody has to be over 18, and that's probably a good idea for me as well. Like, but I know not everybody in the community is, so I need to send that out. And then, like, how many hours do you have in Valheim? How much time have you spent on modded? Stuff like that, because I need to find what series people would fit into. Because I have a whole bunch of series pulled back that I want to do. But again, I don't want to do all of them alone, and my friends that do play Valheim are both leaving, so... And my other friend that would play Valheim with me doesn't have a PC right now. So we just gotta make some new friends. Let's see real quick. Kind of scared to go back out there. If that brute's hanging out right outside of this, kind of scared. But yeah, that's something that I may either send out as something you could, like, fill out and just send back to me as a message on Discord, or may send it to just specific people. Yeah, form or something. Yeah, Google Form would probably work great for that, actually. That'd probably be much easier than me actually sending it. Like sending it as questions in Discord. Maybe I will make a Google Form tonight then for that. I'm also curious if people have streaming and or recording, like, time themselves. And it doesn't need to have, like, any views or anything like that. Just, like, have you tried it, you know? Yeah, definitely a solid thing to do. I think that's probably the best way to scout people. Scout people from the community. And scout new friends. Feels weird sending out a Google form to see if I want to be friends with somebody, but again, if it's also for videos, that's probably the best way to do it. Twitch TOS is pretty similar about do's and don'ts of streams. Yeah. That's probably smart. That's because there's laws around that, though. And it should probably just be like that anyways. Again, I don't think I need to have, like, a bunch of kids running around my server with... Because most of the community is not, you know, a bunch of kids, and then I don't want to be on a server full of a bunch of kids. But at the same time, I don't want to say... Like, I played Valheim when I was 16, and I would have been sad if I couldn't have been on a community server simply because I was 16. But you definitely can't be in a video, so, or a stream. So it's very different from, like, playing on a server with people to actually doing, like, videos with people. Stream Twitch a few times, but nothing serious. Doesn't have to be serious. Thinking hard about Valheim content. I would definitely do it. Made a few YouTube videos of my cousins with Ark. I did a few Ark videos as well. Yeah, see, stuff like that. Because if you guys have an interest in it, maybe not only could you help me in making stuff for my channel, but I've made 118 videos on this channel and over 100 on other channels, over 200 on other channels. I'd be more than happy to help some of you guys that are interested in streaming and doing YouTube get started and help you with the process of going through that and how to make videos and stuff. And how to, you know, how to pull a good amount of people that will actually be a decent community to you. So maybe we'll get a group going here. Mr. Pink, are you in the Discord? I could probably look and see that there's a Mr. Pink in the Discord, but you know. Think about during summer break I could start, yeah. Few journalistic vids. Still not bad. I might message you about it then, actually. Go for it. I've transitioned over to IRL hunting content. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm Mr. Pink. I posted on the Builds channel last night. Okay, cool. I figured you were probably in there and that I would be able to find it, but my Discord is closed right now. So yeah, I will add you back as well. Okay, what are we actually doing? That's the thing. Right, we've been talking, we've been hanging out. We have the stuff for portals. We need to grab some fine wood, I guess. I've been just kind of running around looking at chat, though. That's part of what these streams have been. And it's actually been a pretty fun part of it. I didn't know how streaming was going to go this week, but I've been happily surprised by it. Finish project at work, join Abyss's Discord. It'll be in the description for whenever you need it. How many people do we have in the Discord now? Keep flipping back and forth from YouTube chats. Also, Mr. Pink on live on Twitch side. Yeah, I figured it was. If it was two different people, I would have been very surprised. But all good. Either one you want to be in. Love to learn how to go into making YouTube videos. Would be crafting content though. Gaming in my free space. That's still fair. There's still a way to approach YouTube that you don't have to be like fake or feel like you have to do something you don't want to do, but it's still a much better way to approach it to get some viewership rather than, because I spent like 10 years making YouTube videos that had 30 views, and that shit is frustrating because you don't understand what's going on. So what happens like after, you know, even if you just know what YouTube's looking for, can help a little bit to make what you want, but still have some people that are interested in it. 33 members in Discord, thank you. Decent amount of people. That's the other thing. I'm also sure that if somebody from chat made a YouTube, that there is at least chat behind you. Pretty sure if Patches made a YouTube, that a lot of you guys would be there for it. But yeah, there's definitely a way to approach it. I'm losing my mind right now, guys. Did we get enough fine wood? We got 20. I feel like I had more than that, though. Content creation is not as easy as it looks, never was. I mean, once you get the idea of it, it's not, I mean, it's not easy, especially if you're doing, I mean, it doesn't just instantly start printing money. You have to do it while you're working or accept that you're not going to get paid from it for quite a long time. It was like 14 years from my first YouTube post before I was monetized. It takes a long time, but once you're there, it's not that difficult. Where did I put my cores, man? I'm losing my mind. They're in the cart. We might as well put the portal down here, actually, now that I think about it, but... Updated my drivers, verified my game files, game still freezes. That's terrible. And you're not playing with any mods, right? I'm guessing you're not playing with mods, but I just want to ask. Just to be sure. Alright, the famous M1 portal is going up. That's always what I name my first mountain portal. So we're going to go up here to Bogwitch, and that Howling Cavern one is probably where we're going to head to. We're not going to go into the Howling Cavern because we will get killed in there, but that is probably where we'll go up to. Unfortunately, without portals, or with portals, we're not getting nearly as much serpent meat, which is going to make this a lot scarier, but we'll just have to live with it. I don't think anyone should start a YouTube channel for money. No. But, like I said, making videos and having people that are also interested in it, even if it's a small group of people, is way nicer than making videos for nobody. Only mod I have is an inventory one with the equipment slots. That could be it. Hold on. When was the last... you have me on... Hold on. Let me add you on Discord. Send me the name of that mod when I add you. There might be a startup mod that was a hotfix a while ago for unupdated mods that might fix that for you. Give me just a second. Okay, I just added you on Discord. Go ahead and send me the name of that mod. Let me try to bring it down to the lowest setting. I'm a newbie with 500 hours of Valheim. But a dubious amount of 7 days to die. I have to learn the new mechanics now. I did make a 7 days to die video. We recorded 4 of them, and then I only ever used 1 of them. But we did record a 7 days to die video. Okay, we've got this stuff. I think we're gonna go up to the mountains. We have some decent food down below. Let's make some good arrows, though. I would honestly... I think I'm gonna make iron arrows just to start, like 60 of them. I think it's probably worth the iron to make sure that we don't die. Just get burnt out on stuff. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to enjoy what you're doing. You definitely shouldn't pick... you definitely shouldn't just say, I'm doing YouTube because I want money. But it's also not wrong to say, I'm doing YouTube, I'm spending 12 hours a day on it. It would be nice to have something behind that. It's also not wrong to say that. Because I feel like a lot of people are scared to say that. Iron head arrow, feathers. 60 arrows should probably be enough, and then we'll make some woodens behind it. Oh, you guys like the concept that we made? Yeah, it was fun. 7 Days to Die was cool. We got all the way up to having a gyrocopter into the wasteland. The videos just weren't, like, I don't know, they just weren't entertaining. They just weren't that great. I've had so many videos get scrapped from that. ARC videos, everything. There, okay. Azu extended player inventory. Azu probably did update his stuff, but I will, after stream when I'm taking, when I take my lunch break to go hang out with people, I will look into that mod and see if it's part of the problem, and I can also message Renegade, because I'm pretty sure he has Azumat on Discord, and ask him if he knows what's up with it, or if that could cause that problem. What should I use to clear sunken crypts? If you have portals, you should use whatever pickaxe you have available to you. If you don't have portals, I would highly recommend you use an antler pickaxe so you can repair it. This mod was last updated 3 weeks ago. It could have been. So probably not the startup one then. But I could still, through a chain of people, ask him if he knows if there's anything like that. Maybe there's some setting that has to get changed to make it better. I don't know. But we can see. Sucks the ARC server didn't work out. Yeah, it sucks because it was actually a really good ARC server, but it died out so fast. And it was such a good start. It was on fairly high rates. I mean, it was on like 5x, but for solos, that's not necessarily super high rates. Oh, I missed the bone. Yeah, you did miss the bone mass. But we're about to go to mountains, which is infinitely more precarious. Yeah, we didn't die. We're good. And the slab is alive. Okay. Let's make some just wooden arrows to take with take up with us as well. We only need 2 of these. Great Orphies. We only need... We'll take only what we need up there. I know our cart's getting really full of random crap, but it is what it is. What weapon? Bronze Mace, Stagbreaker. Probably both if you have them. Stagbreaker through walls to do damage before you break into rooms. Bronze Mace after you get into the rooms. 5x is like minimum for solo PvP servers. I get that, but I also got really used to playing on official when Arc came out as a beta, and it was, I think, 0.25x of what now is, and playing that solo, so I still look at 5x as kind of high. If I had one more wood, I could have just made 100 arrows, but that's okay. Okay, we got this. We'll keep some wood, actually. We need workbench. Alright, let's go grab food. I'm so scared. We gotta go so slow. I might close chat again just to get up the mountain, because I'm so terrified of it. Never pay the snail. True. I've paid the snail too much for copies of Ark as it has been, though. Across so many different platforms. Okay, we have these. I think we're okay. I think we're good. Let's grab the food. Okay, we'll take those 2. Got health. We've got Hunter's Bow. Same boat. I think with Ark's currently stayed. I just enjoy playing at the higher rate. Yeah. Better not to be distracted. Yeah, I really don't want to die to not paying attention. So I think we're going to not do that. I've paid the snail hundreds. Me too. Alright, let's get our rested buff. I'm going to close chat for just a little bit till we get up the mountain and put a portal up. Just because I need to look at the screen. But feel free. You guys still have each other. And I'll still read the chat when I get back. So. I'm going to treat this like a boss fight, though. This is going to be scary. That's so weird. With chat gone, I instantly feel like I'm making a video. Alright. It was named M1 was the portal. Should we sleep? It's time of day we can sleep. It's really early in the day to sleep. But we're going to sleep real quick. I want as much daytime as I can have. And then hopefully the stone from mining silver comes back to the base and we'll have base walls. Inventory is an absolute mess, but that's okay. Let's not use the frost yet. We'll go ahead and use that because those are super cheap for me to use, but... Oh, God, I'm so scared. Okay, we're good. We got this. We'll use Ike there at the bottom. We'll run up there. Get a portal down. We'll place some workbenches so stuff doesn't just keep spawning on me. We good. Okay, we also have quite the run, I think. It's a decent run that way. Oh, we have planes besides it, too. Try not to waste my iron arrows by fighting stuff. Okay, we have a tiny black forest we're gonna have to hit. Okay, we have muddy scrap under the ground too. Honestly, so that I can hear, we're gonna take this off for now. I gotta listen for death mosquitoes over here too. Okay, we're gonna get rid of our wet debuff as well. Holy mountain. That's some rough terrain to be fighting on. That is a steep ass mountain. Howling Cavern's far on the other side too. So as far as a safe place to stay, we don't really have that. Okay, Ratosk, Frost. It's a crazy little spawn on top of me, but that's okay. Dude, you are gonna get me killed. We have a wolf right above us already. Which the angle of shooting like this is really hard. Having portals for this is very different, though, than what we've experienced previously. There's so many wolves up there on the left, dude. That's a good sign. I like that actually a lot. I don't care if it has a... Okay, there's a wolf. Don't care if that has a Draugr spawner in it, because that's so much safer than where I'd be otherwise. Nice, we can one-shot them. Yeah, that's a Draugr one for sure. Yes! Yes. Okay. Okay. Good start. This wouldn't be a bad place for the portal. Okay. Is that a one-star wolf? That looks kind of dark. No, I think it's just the shadow. There's two wolves down there. I almost want to try and tame those. The earlier we get tamed wolves, it's so much better for us. Okay, I have an idea. It's gonna be sketchy, to say the least. Let's go back to base and grab wood. We're gonna build this into a little compound. We've made it up the mountain though. Please connect. Thank God. Okay, that's a good start. That was actually a very solid start. I think we're going to try and tame those two wolves, but we're going to do it very, very slowly. I'm going to turn chat back on while we're back at base. Oh, God. Oh my god, you guys type so much. Hold on. Alright, let's see how you address each other. Gives a bunch of awkward silence. He opens us back up and we're having the most unhinged conversations. That's making me choke. I don't want to do the... I don't want to close the chat immediately. You guys are great. We should clarify if you keep your brain. Go full bug brain. What did I miss? What you missed was I left for a little bit and now we're turning into wolf spiders. No, we're on the mountains now. You worried about getting squished? Yo. Dude, the modder location right off rip right there is so nice. The 2 wolves that we could tame is nice. But then if we tame 2 wolves, we have to get them back down the mountain, through the plains or swamp, and onto a boat back to base. It's not impossible. And we'd probably breed them before we did in case they died. But still. Oh god. Getting up the mountain like that is so nice, though. Having the portals actually makes this so much better. You'll be back? Alright. Okay, I want to actually see what this conversation started as now. But instead of a wolf, it's a bug. Okay. I feel like that was a conversation for you guys. I feel like I'm intruding by reading chat. Like I'll leave you guys to that one. Is this game good on console? Quite honestly, not great. I don't love the controls. The controls are much easier on a keyboard and mouse. However, you can plug a keyboard and mouse into a console. But no, for controller, some people do really like it. I just, from coming from keyboard and mouse, I don't love it on controller. I think there's too many controls for this game. It is out on console. It's on Xbox. I think. Pretty sure it's on Xbox. Okay. 90% sure it's on Xbox. Yeah, not PS though. All right, let's go make a taming area up there. You know what that means? We need stone. You know what's not around our base anymore at all? Stone. The controller port is rough but functional. It was easy to get used to on controller, but now that I've tasted the freedom, I won't go back. That's fair. Stone for the slab. It's not for the slab. It's going somewhere else. We'll bring it back to the slab when we're done, though. We're not going to get stone for the slab. Lab. You say it's similar to Minecraft? I would say there is a significant amount more controls than Minecraft. Because here you have the... I have no space. Here you have the activating your controls. I mean, like Minecraft, yeah, you have inventory button, hit, and block and stuff. But on here you also have dodge roll and Forsaken Power. And a couple other things that you have to pay attention to that are all different controls that are much easier to just have as a key on your keyboard. Slab is done. But bound in the general area slab, it is still the slab. Yeah, but the slab build is not done. That's the problem. It's nowhere near done. The floor is done for this part, but the floor up there is still going to be bigger. Okay, we actually have enough room to carry some of this. Okay, perfect. Feed the slab. Let's go back up there and just make what I'm trying to make. Oh wait, we don't have that much time. Oh, we could put a fire up there though. Hold on, let me grab some wood. We can put a fire up there. We don't need to have meads on right now. What about the second slab? That's true. We could build a second slab. Okay. Maybe we should just come back in the morning with a frost mead. I like that idea. Let's sleep. Having a fire there is not bad, but that seems a little sketchy. We have frost meads for a reason. Maybe let's use them. More slab. Okay, yeah, let's sleep. I need a fresh morning. I'm also kind of scared of the drakes. Being able to one-shot wolves is really nice, though. Kind of makes me, I don't know, I'm going to have to shoot wooden arrows at them or something to get them to come up here. And I should already have food in the chamber. We also may just have to sit while we're doing these. So, it may be actually the first bit of AFK time on stream, but we need them tamed. I don't really want to spend another bit of time up there, like, doing other stuff without that. I mean, unless we find silver. If silver's right outside of that, we'll do that, but... And then we'll just use the silver pit to tame the wolves. Oh, God, I'm scared. Okay, let's go. We're going back. 12 minutes rested. Okay amount of food. Let's re-eat that. Let's put back on our Ratask mead. So much fog, it reminds me of where I grew up. I load up the game without the inventory mod. Does it delete my items? Yeah, it could. So what I would try and do is I would... okay, is it... You might have to answer a few questions through chat. If it's... Or actually, I'll just give you the scenarios. If it's only your inventory, it's not chests or anything like that. It's just your inventory that's enlarged. What I would do is go put all of your stuff into some chests and then close the game and reload it without the mod. So go put them somewhere else. If it's all of your chests and stuff have items in them, don't do that. If all of your chests are also bigger size, don't do that. But I don't know what that mod specifically covers. If it's just player inventory or if it's that. Be very careful with it. But I think if you were to put everything away and it's not your chest, that you wouldn't lose anything. I don't understand what you would lose if you did that. But why? Why? Why, though? Oh, dude, that's a good way to get fucking killed. Like, I can't do that. Yeah, like, what the hell am I supposed to do about that? I can try and fight it. I'm not really that worried about getting hit by it. I'm more worried that something else is going to come up here. Because that fight is not going to be quiet. want to do this, dude. There's 4 wolves that I can see, or 3. Holy shit. Guys, that was almost bad. Oh my god. How did he... All is well. Stay on the tower and aggro the wolves. I could, but I want to aggro the wolves after I build this, this pen in case they do live. Okay, he went back over there. Let's not fall off the top again, whatever I do. You see me? Yeah. Before he fucks my whole portal, let's fight him. Let's hope that stops that from happening again. End by fall damage. Yeah, that would have been bad when I fell off the back. Okay, that's fine. Let's get back to building this before something stupid happens. I don't know if this will get both wolves, but I can try. May have to do one at a time, though. Oh, he's close now. Yeah, that wolf's been hanging out. He's close. I knew that that sound would pull him up here. Yeah, we may have to do one at a time. Crazy, I would never be brave enough to fight one like that on hardcore. It's just, it is what it is. How long has this run been going? Quite a while. We're at day 80. This is our slab, so... Slab, I don't know how many hours, though. I'd say it's like day 3 of streaming 8 hours a day, so probably 20 hours. It's been a while. I wouldn't have fought without a silver shield. We had to do what we had to do. I mean, the silver shield's not going to do anything. The fight there was don't get hit. Like, that was the fight, was just, I just can't get hit or I'll die. Like, that's how that fight's just going to go right now. Okay. So real quick, we need more stone. We can raise that up. We can get a wolf or 2 trapped. We can breed out some babies, and then once there's a pack of them up there, we'll try and take 2 down a breed pair back to here. That way, if they die, we have more to breed. Because I really don't feel like doing this more than once. But if we have wolves back here, then stuff like wolf armor, wolf cape is going to be way easier. It'll take a little bit longer, and also food. Food will be better. If we get wolves back here and a little bit of silver stuff, we'll probably start working on the actual farm part of the base and some more parts of the base. and get it done before we really do too much of the mountains. We'll probably spend the second half of stream today when I get back doing that. Oh, we still have so many rocks up here. Just loves logs sitting around his base. I do. Listen, I cannot have my wood cutting past my pickaxes. I'm sorry. Gotta leave them there till we get our pickaxes higher. That's about what we can carry. Let's drop this crystal back at base, too. I'm normally not one to build with crystal, but that's normally because I'm just poor in the crystal department, so maybe we'll build some crystal stuff in this base. We talked about iron grates yesterday over as windows on the walls. We could also do, like, iron grates with crystal kind of stuff with it. I don't know how that would look, but make it look a little more like a window. Why do you hate cutting wood? I don't actually hate cutting wood. I'm joking. I don't know why those are still there like that. Yesterday, it was all about the stone, and it still kind of is. We'll cut them down at some point, though. Now, stumps sitting around my base, I don't mind that, but for some reason, that is a big thing that we should... Big no-no that I've been told from the community is pretty much that my life is in danger if I leave stumps. Which we've left a few, but it's nowhere near as bad as it has been in a few series. Watch without the mod, it still crashed. Does it give you any, like... error or anything like that? Does it give you, like, does your, yeah, do you get any error code or anything? Are we spending another one to go up there? Might as well, right? Hold on, before we leave, let's start another frost mead, because we're going to be doing it. No stumps, only slab. Fair enough. Also, you're hosting a 10 out of 10 stream. I appreciate it. You guys are like half of that, though, if not more than half of that. You guys are like, the entertainment that you guys give to each other in the comments, or in the chat, is probably more than I'm providing. I am just the vessel for you guys. Great Orph Eye. That is what happened the other day. I did make a... Somebody was asking what happened to my thing the other day. That is what happened. I need a Great Orph Eye, which is down in the cart. Lift stumps is a reminder of where we explore and exploit where we wish. Explore and exploit. That's definitely a satisfactory play right there. Satisfactory veteran. Update your drivers. They updated their drivers. Mods, repair game files, no error codes, and that's just not great. Honestly, I will do some research when I have when I'm gone for a little bit, but that's just stupid. That's crazy. That sounds more like... It freezes most of the time. Your device ran into a problem and needs to restart. That sounds more like a PC problem than a Valheim problem. But I'm not an expert. We need another meat fermenter. I would like to do a Ratosk one as well, but I think we'll just not for a second. We should just be up on that pillar for now. How much more can I carry? 60. We can carry 30 stone. Vulcan was the culprit for you? That Poldre. Alright. Let's go back up. Yeah. I already updated the drivers. Oh, drive specifically. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the one to ask for this stuff. Oh, hard drive stuff. Yeah, how full's your hard drive? This might not be good for the wolves, actually. I'm hoping this is wide enough. Nothing else crashes except Valheim. I think this bow might not work for what I wanted it to be. Because I need to lure them up here. Does it make sound if I miss them? Hold on. Maybe those arrows. Or I think we're going to have to do one wolf at a time. Hey. Huntsman bow is too quiet for that distance. Apparently not. It got him. Yeah, as long as you have some space on your drive. If your drive is like fully packed, your system's not going to run very well. Chips. It's chips. It's chips. Yeah, it's chips. To be cool, I probably won't name it till it makes it back to base, just because I don't think we can handle Chips dying, but yeah, hold on, it's Chips. Alright, let's get some deer meat and take it over there. Who did I say I was going to kill yesterday? Bone mass, we're already done with that. Or Chips. Wasn't he supposed to be named Pringles? I think it's Chips. I think the original one was Chips. People have said Pringles and Chips. I'm sure we will have enough wolves to do both. But I'm pretty sure the OG one was Chips. I can go back and look, though. Deer hide. Or deer. Yeah, if Chips died, that would just be too much. We'd go kind of full circle, but... it'd be kind of a beautiful full circle moment for the series if Chips dies. I'm using, yeah, wooden arrows. Let's not use our expensive ass arrows on this, please. Get some meat for you. Some meat for Chips. We will probably just have to hang out up there for 30 minutes, though, and then do another one. Your neck meat and all sorts of stuff. You know, for every 60 seconds that passes in America, it's a whole minute in Africa. Thank you for fun fact. A piggy named Pumbaa? Possibly. Once we expand the pig farm, we are going to have more of them, but a lot of them are just going to be getting killed. So, I have no clue how many we'll have that are actually named. I know the first day we had a ridiculous amount of names. So I probably will not get all of them. Pumbaa is like the third name, I think. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we get more pigs. We should have more pigs than that in the breeding tower, I would think, but... that should not be enough food, actually. It might be enough food. It'll be close. I might try and use stone to build up a second pen just like that on the other side of it, so that we can start taming a second wolf, though, at the same time. Because it is just straight AFK time, and I'd rather two of them be going than one. But I'm also not going to wait to start the first one until the second one's trapped. Bases are pretty big. Yeah, they are big, but I mean, you have to have some ridiculous sized bases to crash your whole PC. I guess it depends on the PC, but I mean, have you tried to load into like not that world with a new character? Go new character, new world, and just see if you can play on it. Because if it still crashes on a new world with a new character, then that's weird. But if it doesn't crash with a new world and a new character with no building at all, then if it doesn't crash then it could be the buildings. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Okay, we still have 2 minutes left on this. We are definitely going to want a campfire up there for this, because I'm not going to sit and use all my poison meads. We can sit down in that little room though. We move our portal down there and then just like actually close it off. Hold on. We gotta close it off the rest of the way though. We could sit down in here though. We could put a roof over this. Get both of them trapped and hang out and talk for a little bit. Slightly more wood. Okay. That one right there is the one we can take. That place could have onions down there too, which would be really sick. I also want to bring more stuff up here real quick for spawn, like just to destroy the spawns up here after we tame these and killed that stone golem. I would like nothing else to spawn up here till I have my silver, please. We need a drake head, and that's about the only other thing that we need. Let's go ahead and eat this. We need better... What's our other health food? Black soup? We need to make black soup next. Comparatively, not quite as good, but not bad. So, we have some turnips we can do with that. Let's hurry real quick and do this, though. Plenty of wood. It's more the stone that I'm having the problem with, which, as you guys know why it's the stone that I'm having problems with, but we are out of stone. Should I tame wolves tonight for the first time? I don't see why not. They're not too bad to tame. I really hadn't tamed wolves till the Hardest Setting series, but having them is nice. It's nicer when you're actually in that, when you're actually in the mountains, but it's not bad without it. Okay, he's taming. Chip's a boy or a girl? What do we think? Aw, I'm down. We're gonna still be up here for a while, so. Not really worth it when I'm in the Mistlands. I mean, if you want them for your world, you still totally should. But, like, as far as, like, a farming creature, like a creature you're farming for resources, no, not really. so scared that Chip's just gonna get out. It's about as safe as it can be, though. I don't really want to drop off this, but... Should we pop on this and see if there's one up here? Okay, nothing right there. Might just use them as patrol for your base. Not a bad idea. Yeah, mining like that is not quiet. We need to be careful doing that. Flatten this out a little bit. God, I hate that so much, dude. Ew, why am I jumping like that? So the idea here is if this works and both of them tame, we just knock down that middle wall and then they're together and breeding. I almost just ripped my mic out of my mic, or my headset out of my mic. That would have been bad. Moss stone. Should have brought a stone cutter. This would have been a lot easier. But we're here now. I know that one's not going to tame quite right because we're just bouncing in and out of here, but once we have both of them trapped, I'll sit. And that should bring us pretty close to the end of the stream, but we'll see. And then, for those of you who don't know, I will be back later, but in about an hour, maybe a little less than that, I'm going to be leaving for about an hour. We'll go raid someone's stream. If anybody that I watch is streaming, we'll go raid somebody for the first time. And maybe I'll sit and watch with you guys for a little bit, but then I'll be back. The first attempt taming, I got me a 2-star wolf while taming him a mate. A drake killed him. No. Oh, now your 2-star ones are called Timu and Settler. Yeah, I've never had a 2-star wolf. I have tamed everything in the game at this point, other than, like, all the stars, but I've never had a 2-star wolf. I've never had a 2-star Aspen. I've had a 1-star of, I think, not a wolf, but yeah, had a 1-star Aspen. But yeah, they're rare, man. And being out at night in any biome is not something that I really try and strive for, so I don't find them very often. Maybe scraps for news for 1.0. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't wait to start a playthrough. I mean, it could come out next week, but I also think that it could be months. So, yeah, it's nighttime in the Ashlands is fun, kinda. I'm okay. Not on a world like this, at least. Maybe on a regular world, it'd be a thing to try out, but getting your body back in the Ashlands is not a fun thing. You're not meant to be naked in the Ashlands running through after your body. That is one of the lowest Valheim experiences that exists. Just trying to get your body back in the Ashlands. Likely Q4, October. Yeah, I think it'd be closer, like, just as a personal guess, I think August is a closer guess, but I think, like, beginning of Q3, but I could be wrong. Let's drop, like, 10 stone. Yeah, maybe not this run. I enjoy how scary it can be. Mistlands is scarier. Mistlands is such a terrifying biome. Everything there is so powerful. Like, the Mistlands doesn't really have a mob other than the Seeker Broods that are, like, not scary. The ticks jump on you, especially the high star ones. Death. Y'all, death. Seeker, death. Seeker Soldier, death. Accidentally shoot an arrow at a Diverger, death. Like, it's so dangerous. Like, the Ashlands, at least there's, like, Twitchers and stuff that I can 1v1 pretty easily. Five stands on a Wizard's time, they release precisely when they mean to. That's fair. The fact they ended Herver Bloodtooth story is odd. Yeah, that's exactly why I think it'll be sooner than quarter 4. Because they've already ended, like, the lore and stuff, the build-up for the Deep North. They kind of just dropped all of it. So, like, that feels like the calm before the storm. Like, that feels like when it's going to come out is fairly soon. Not, like, next week, but, like, you know, give it a few months. Because otherwise, I feel like they would have started those videos a lot later and kept them going up until the release of Deep North. Alright, we still have Frost Resist. Back up. Try not to use another one, but who really cares? Why are you already aggro, dude? Chill out. Next week would be okay. I can't prep anymore for the Black Forest. I need Conquest. Here's the... Oh, that's too high. Hold on. That's the build-up area for where the wolves will come in at. Build up this part. Thing is, though, I need to be able to reach down there, which I can't. So... that will stay up, right? Yes. I have enough stone to build that... Oh, back up. This one might be a little high. Hey, could you not? Because that's going to make our stone golem spawn, and then it's going to kill you. So hold on. Don't do that. And that broke the workbench that I needed. Ah, crap, dude. Hold on. That's not great. I needed that. Glad you've taken the time to go ahead and take a break in there. Thank you for that. Now I don't have the ability to raise up the ground over here. Wait, maybe I do. That was a barely, guys. That really shouldn't have quite worked. Okay, we're freezing to death. Let's go back and grab wood to cover that. Finally able to catch another stream. We're back. We're taming wolves. Summer is a weird time for a Deep North release. I agree, but not really, because... Okay, sure, for if you're looking at game concept, sure. But if you're looking at college and school being out and people having more free time and stuff like that, I don't think it's necessarily weird time. Less holidays, so more time for people to play. I think you're looking at a decent time to drop a 1.0 update, actually. You do anything other than just have a pet. You need 2 stars. 1 star is squishy. I'm trying to do it for a farm, so yes, they would be better to drop more stuff, but you know, I'm okay with just the regular ones for now. 2 stars would be a ridiculous hunt right now. Started giving another try to Cities Skylines 2 last night. I have patience. Huge, some nice pets indeed. If we can get them back to base, they're nice pets. Which, now that I think about it, this island as a whole might all be connected. So we might just have to boat them across this. But I think at that point we might as well just boat them all the way back. Make sure we have enough meat for them before we go back as well. We'll throw some more in the first pen. Throw some extra in that second pen. Hang out up there for the rest. See if we can get them named. Also a large possibility of GTA 6 in Q4. That may be a death sentence for any game. I mean, not for all games. I feel like, yes, every game is going to have somewhat of a drop-off around that. But, like, not every game shares nearly as much of an overlap with GTA 6 as some do. I feel like Valheim's overlap in player base with GTA 6 is fairly small compared to some other games. There are definitely a lot of games that should not be messing with that at all, but huge upgrades on the floor since I was last here. Oh yeah, the slab is what it's been deemed as of this point. It's quite large. Setting up a wolf breeder has an opening to the pen. Just let them flood the neighborhood and patrol, but not the house. Yeah, I mean, we'll build a breed tower for them, but we may leave some around the base too. Or in some of the other animal pens, just to keep some stuff safe. Let them walk around the village a little bit. More frost resistance is going. Let's go ahead and sleep. Do we have enough wood for this? I think so. Everything in my house ones? Oh. Well, the new world hasn't crashed yet. It looks like my forever world's fault. Give it some more time, but you could have too much stuff in the world. But at that point, you could look at getting a render distance mod that lowers your render distance, and maybe you'd still be able to play it. Maybe it wouldn't be that you have to lose your forever world. Maybe you just gotta lower some stuff. There is a mod that I have that lowers render distance in the configuration. It's mainly used for raising render distance, is what I used it for, but you can lower render distance with it. And I was using that for the modded series, so maybe you could try that out. I would like to see you be able to play your world that you spent so much time on. And that has some amazing builds in it. Okay, 16 turnips. Say we replant half, we had 8 left. That's some big boy math right there. And we turn the rest into other stuff. Clear the inventory, please. And turnips, we need blood, which we'll have to go grab. I guess I don't need super great food for just sitting up there, though. F3 will show you how many instances are in an area. If you have over 12,000, it will have an impact. Oh. About to do the fader fight for the first time. The fader fight is really cool. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can send you the stuff for that mod if you want to try it out or see if the... I know it's used for raising render distance. I assume you could lower with it, but you'd have to check the configuration. But you could try it out. But yeah, that is rough. It's a bummer. Okay. Let's eat this. Let's eat that. Let's just go back real quick. Set up a little house over there and we'll hang out for a bit. Why does my Twitch feed keep updating with nothing? My Twitch feed keeps like refreshing, but like there's something there. Okay. Of course, Alt F4 always makes things go faster. That's true. It does make your PC run faster. Every single time. Okay, I think this is the hangout spot, guys. Okay. The portal might have to get unnamed for just a second, because that's going to drive me insane. Well, hold on, we might have to use Tree Hugger's idea here. We might have to, put the portal like this. There we go. Does work. Oh, your world just froze again. Alright, well, not instances. That's... I have no clue what that is then. So yeah, this is likely going to be like a 30-minute tame. I think that's how... I can look real quick, but I think that's how much about everything is. Maybe a little bit less for some stuff, but yeah, I think that's what we're probably going to... Probably what we're going to have to sit here for. And here in about 30 minutes... actually, well, I mean, we'll get to name them. We'll probably start breeding them. We'll bust open the pen. If you guys have any suggestions, we can do something for 30 minutes, but otherwise I may just have to AFK for a second. I mean, I'll stay here and talk to you guys, but this is going to be a little bit boring for just a second. Everything is 30 minutes? Okay. That's assuming it's uninterrupted and stuff, which the first one hasn't been, so... Yeah. But hey. Once we have these, we're going to have a beautiful little farm set up that we can do back at base, which is going to be great. So. I'm actually excited for that. Plus, normally my farms are pretty, like... My farms are normally pretty lacking. This is going to be a much better farm. Let's do Wordle together. I've thought, like, what would be a good game to have? Not for, like, something like this. Like, this is whatever. We'll hang out. We'll probably pop in and out and go do other stuff for a second and come back. And, if we had to do... Oh, God, there's a wolf. There's a drake above me. If we got to do something else, if we got to leave for a little bit because it's getting too boring, then we can. And we can always come back and finish taming them. But I've always wondered what would be a good game, like, to put on stream while we're AFKing in Valheim. Something that's not too GPU or CPU intensive, because while Valheim's not really, having both open is not that good of an idea. But I'd like to at some point, like if we're doing blood magic or something, we could play like we could play through like a quick game or something like that while we're waiting for Valheim stuff to happen. Taming meat is so nice. Oh, hold on. Can't we go make that? What do you need for that? You need pungent pebbles, right? You're so right. Carrots and onions. Ah, not onions. Okay, hold on. We're gonna look it though. Brew of animal whispers. No, it's onions. We don't have onions. Dang it, dude. For Loxes, though, and for Askvins, and for future wolves, we will have those. There might be onions down in that, house down there. But we have to stay pretty close to these for them to be taming. I also need to figure out how rating a stream works, because pretty sure it just drops you guys in there and then also drops me in there. But oh, there are some streamers that I watch that are live though. Maybe we will. Like I said, maybe that'll be handy for some other stuff. Rip future proofing though, yeah. We are future proofing. When I need to AFK in games, I boot up Inscription. Inscription's a fun game. I don't mind it. I did try, there's actually an Inscription video on the channel of me playing it for the first time, but let me go find the honor. Oh, it pulls everyone over. Okay. We'll try that for the first time today. Since I'll only be gone for an hour, obviously, you know, just, I mean, if in case you guys want to stay there, but also said I want to make some connections with some other streamers and stuff, so maybe that won't be a bad idea. Since it's cards, you can't run out of things to do. That's fair. Read any books lately? I have not. I don't normally read. I don't find reading super fun. We talked about it the other day. A good portion of that is likely because I don't have a visual imagination really at all. So that doesn't help. And if I do read, it's normally nonfiction stuff. Takes 2 potions and you cut the timing to 15 minutes. Okay. That's really good for locks. And for future wolves. I wish I had it now, though, because we would have been, like, halfway done. At least the first one would have been, like, halfway done. Or more. Now, I've thought about doing, like, backrooms or something, though. Like, picking, like, I don't know. I really like scary games. And I'm also really bad, like, I get so scared playing them by myself that I feel like it would be very entertaining. We could go play Phasmophobia by myself. That also would be fun. It won't shut my stream down, so you will still have the action of ending your stream in OBS. But it's always polite to stay in the rated stream in case they talk to you. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Have I ever played The Last Caretaker? I have not. Yeah, so probably what we'll do at like 11:30 for me is, if she's still streaming, we'll go raid Emma the Potato, and I'll hang out there for a little bit, and then I will go eat lunch, and then I'll be back in like an hour, and we'll continue the taming journey and the building journey. That's interesting. I have aphantasia, and reading is still one of my favorite things. Yeah, that it does it for me. It makes me not enjoy it at all. It makes me shift much more towards video games, though. The last thing that scared me was the original Dead Space screamed like a little girl, flipping backwards in my chair. Yeah, me and my friends are a big fan of like the Backrooms games and stuff. There's a Backrooms movie coming out that is going to be phenomenal. Phasmophobia is fine. It's better with people, though. It's way better with people. And also, I feel like I've played too much Phasmophobia. But there's also like Fears to Fathom and stuff that are more like based on stories, which I haven't played those, but I have seen other. I think I watched Markiplier play one not that long ago. I think I've seen Jacksepticeye play them as well. I'm so scared. I feel like there's a Drake not that far away, and I think it's the one we saw on the way up that we missed the shot on, but... Should maybe get the shooting target? I could. We'll be okay, though. I'll just hang out. I don't want to make the wolves hear me. Last Caretakers are unique survival crafting game. Maybe we'll check it out. For the purpose of AFK games, though, I'm going to have to pick something that, like, I can come in and out of really quickly. Like, I couldn't play, like, Green Hell and Valheim at the same time. It's just too much survival happening. I got to play something that's just, like, a little bit stupid. Let me open my Steam library. We can look what I have. Yeah, I actually don't have that many games in my Steam library that would be fun for this purpose. We're not going to do it today, though. But yeah, days where we have to sit for quite a bit longer, or where we're just going back in and out of Valheim. I could play Catan. I don't know why. I feel like that actually wouldn't do that bad. Slay the Spire? Yep. Play like Balloon Tower Defense or like Catan or something like that. Is Marbles? I don't know. I've not played Marbles. Should we go back to base and sleep so we don't have stupid stuff spawning up here? I feel like we should probably do that. You know what we could do? We could also go get workbenches real quick and mark off some of these. Like, clear some of this area up here. Let's do that. Let's go back to base real quick. We're probably going to sleep once it becomes nighttime. Peggle. I feel like I played that on Xbox 360 way too much. You look at the image I post in general? Sure. What you got? I see the image you posted in general. Balloon Tower Defense was fun junk back in the days? Absolutely. I've seen games that are chat interactive. They're fun to watch on a stream break. Okay, we could see if there's something like that. Sit here safe or go out in the snow. Are you any good at CS? No. I have like maybe 850 hours. So I understand the game, but I'm not good at it. I think I'm rated like, I'm sitting right around 10k in Premiere right now, and like Gold Nova Master and Wingman. Probably like 500 Wingman wins, but that's not a ton. Such a nice day. I kind of want to go on a ride. I feel that. I'm excited to whip the car out today and take it to lunch. I have no clue what the weather's like outside, but I always have fun doing that. Honey, do I have blood bags? I don't think I have blood bags. A lot better at Valorant than CS. I played Valorant for a little bit, but I enjoy CS a lot more. You have a cool car? Oh, man. I feel like this is going to out me a little bit. I do, in my opinion, have a cool car. I bought it 4 years ago when I was not doing streaming as a job. But I still have it. Oh, we do have blood bags. 2016 R1. Haven't got much use out of it since you've been married, though. That's fair. What kind of car? I have one of the newer Supras is what I have. It's 2020. And it's very fun to drive. I said I feel like I'm outing myself a little bit there. But it's 2020 3.0 Supra. It is a 3.0 engine. It is a fun drive. Dude's rocking a Ferrari? No. Not like that. Valorant isn't for me, but its existence has always been really good for CS. Yeah. It is a cool car. It's fun to drive. It's also hell here in the wintertime, though, because it's the only car that I have, so. Okay. We need more. We're going to take a stack of wood over there with us. Where? No, there we go. Yeah, let's go sleep. I'm rocking a brown paper bag. We have that and that. That's enough to clear our spawns over there. And I actually think after I clear spawns, I may have to end a little bit earlier than I even thought because I just realized I have something else to do. But again, we'll go raid and we'll have fun doing that. And maybe I'll give myself some time to sit over there. It's a 2011 GMC Sierra. I don't hate it. I really wish I had a bigger car. Or is that a truck? Hold on. That's a truck, right? Gotta upgrade to plastic so you're water resistant. Oh, don't put a plastic bag on your head. I'll do that one. Also known as a 300 horsepower, 5-cylinder diesel. Fixed your new biopic. Oh god. Alright, last poison mead. Or not poison mead, frost mead. Let's go hang out over there for a bit. GMC bros, rise up. It's a truck, I do a lot of hunting. See, that actually sounds great. I'm actually... While I do love my car to an unending extent, I would love to have a truck, so living in the middle of nowhere without a truck is not actually the most fun thing. Now, I know the Drakes will absolutely try and go to town on these. Just keeping this area a little safer would be nice. Ooh, world save. Little laggy. Little laggy. I feel like we try and shoot that wolf, too. Where did it go? That's not it, is it? Oh, dude, the rocks look just like the wolves. I can't tell where it's at. Maybe we'll just leave it alone for now. Oh, there it is. I see him. Let's sit still. Oh, hell of a shot, huh? Audio? What happened to audio? Sorry, I was being quiet. I'm a little locked in. Dude, what are you dodging like that for? Stop! Bro's got moves. There we go. Alright, with the snow. Oh my god, we made it back up. Hey, what's up, Wolf? I feel like we go back to base with that. I think we're, yeah, I do have some other stuff that I forgot I have to do before I leave. So I think we'll call it early. You know, we'll split the suffering of waiting for this thing to tame up into 2 sessions. So I say let's go back to base. Let's put some of our stuff away. And let's go raid some fellow streamers. I'm in Norway. The huge US truck as a daily would mean bankruptcy. Yeah. I've heard getting US made cars in other countries is not cheap by any means. Which, I mean, getting foreign cars here is not cheap either, but it's not nearly, I don't think it's nearly as bad. Alright. We got some wolf hide and stuff. We got some wolf meat that we can take with us. That's so much better than what we have right now. And once we get onions, this is going to be great. We're gonna probably spend most of the rest of the day making a banging farm once we get those wolves out and making some silver gear. But yeah, I will probably be back in max of 2 hours. Actually, we'll just say that. It'll be an hour and 45 minutes from right now is when I'll be back. So let's go ahead and let me hop over to YouTube and Twitch, and let's go ahead and go raid some people. And I will see you guys later. I'll also be hanging out with you guys in chat for a second because I got to work on some stuff as well. But I might as well have that open while I'm doing it. Question is, how do you raid on Twitch? I have no clue. I know how to raid on YouTube, though. YouTube makes it easier. Hold on. Maybe I don't know how to... No, maybe I don't know how to on YouTube. How do we do this? Does anybody know how to do this? Hold on. We also do still have to put some of our stuff away, but... You know, we came for the challenge or stayed for the building process. Oh, you do have... Yeah, I do have a Supra. And there's so much random stuff that I can do in here, but none of it seems to be raid somebody. Hold on. What the hell was that ad? Okay. What do you guys think we should do for the farm? While I'm setting this stuff up, give me some ideas for the farm, because it's going to be huge. We need decorative stuff around the base. We need a lot of stuff like that as well. Welcome to my own chat room. Thank you, Twitch. Can you usually do it from dashboard too? Slash. Hold on. We working at it. Watch this. I gotta watch something real quick, but I'll move this stuff around real fast. Something called YouTube Live Redirect that I have to figure out how to use. Twitch is so much easier to do this with, I think. Hold on. I'll build some of the base while we're hanging out with this. Might as well build while I figure this out. This is why we also wanted to do it earlier, so I could figure out how to do this. Get out of my base. Leave my boars alone, dude. Okay, we figured it out. Now, I don't know if it's actually going to let me do it, which will make me kind of sad. But if not, I'll post her stream stuff in here, and then I'll head over there with you guys, and we can just say it's a raid. Otherwise, I don't know if I can. Uh-huh. Okay. Think I found it. So I think if I end stream, you guys will end up over there. If not, I'll be back in like an hour. So, alright, I will see you guys back in a little bit. If not, I'm going to be hanging out on Emma's stream for a little bit though. So if you guys go over there, say that you came from me.